Alright, welcome back everyone to more Elder Scrolls Online. Picking up at the way shrine, about to go back to Ebonheart. I figured we were just over there so we can see about doing the quest there, and I wanted to pick up before actually teleporting over there since you have that guy that was following us around last time. Yeah, him. Where you at? Where? Where the fuck you at? Look, I heard you call to me. Where the fuck you at, bro? Hello? Okay. Did he bug out a little bit? There he is. Yes, hi. You're not gonna say the rest of your lines? Okay, let's see what he wants.
I've got a message for you.
A message from who?
It's a message from Drathus Othral, the leader of the Dark Elf Quarter in Ebonheart. He sends his compliments, and he wants you to help the town resist a nearby Covenant invasion.
Does he need me to fight?
No, he just needs you to talk. House Drez isn't popular. The Nords and Argonians in Ebonheart won't speak to him. And the other Dark Elf houses don't like the Drez much either. Convince the townspeople to work together. Then speak to Othral.
Well, there is kind of much to dislike about House Drez. And they like to make sure that you don't like them. Oh, great time for a sneeze. I like just barely got the mute button and got a tissue to my mouth to catch all the spit flying out. I'll see what I can do. Oh, guess that will start our adventures here. And goddamn, how many times do I have to cursor over you before you will actually decide to fucking go away? I hate that. I really wish that they'd fix that. It's like anytime you are in your inventory, if you go to quick slots, so you can actually put things on your quick slots, then that just likes to sit there. And it doesn't seem to want to go away this time. Preview is off. Because it does randomly turn the preview on. But if you mouse over it, then it usually disappears really quickly, but this time it just does not seem to want to do that.
It can't be. They wouldn't.
Didn't you want me to go in this house? Apparently not. Because now it's saying go back out. So that's a completely different quest, and that was really bugging the crap out of me that won't go away. Did see it does. A goddamn quest marker. This is below, so. Probably isn't here because like two different locations. Goddamn. Or it could be, like, below behind it. Are you drunk, lady? Yeah, no, once I'm in here, there is no other markers for this damn quest. So quit having a quest marker on the fucking door, please. Why the fuck won't you go away? Stop it. fucking turn the damn preview on and then turn you off? Will you bugger off? Go away. You're not supposed to be on my goddamn screen constantly. Did something else suddenly get changed? That's like, oh, nope, the action bar is now never gonna go away. That quest marker is ticking me off. Just about as much as the whole action bar refusing to go away thing. Let's go to this one. House Halalu. What's up, guys?
Must you bother me?
Yes.
I hope your arrival will prove a boon to Ebonheart. The residents are at each other's throats.
What do I need to know about the situation here?
Beyond, no one will work together. Each faction has a different reason. Which would you like to know about?
Tell me about the Argonians.
I wish I knew their complaint. They refused to talk to us. I even went to speak with their quarters leader, Sashajar. She accused me of plotting to kill a tree, as if I cared about such things.
You're plotting to kill a tree. Damn tree huggers. Let's talk about the Nords. What's their issue?
The Nords in town are lumber traders from the Rift. You might have noticed a lack of trees. When they asked Raelgar Stonecrush to help defend the town, he accused us of being fancy. I assume that's an insult in Skyrim. Also, I think he was drunk.
Probably. Why aren't the other Dark Elf houses helping you?
Our people love fighting. It's our nature. We fight the land just to survive. Only the Dunmer's natural superiority allows us to flourish in this wasteland. Lately, our people have been demoralized. Even disciple Sildrus at the Tribunal Temple expects defeat.
Helpful. Yeah, okay. Is there something in my goddamn settings that just suddenly... It's like the only thing I changed from last time is I turned on the custom combat colors and turned up the brightness for each one to 20 so you can see it better. And increase the double tap to dodge 190 milliseconds. That's all I freaking changed. I wouldn't even know where to look for that. But it is really bugging the fucking crap out of me that it will not go away. It always comes out to do this, even though I don't know what the point of even them having that there is. I guess so that you know which button you're gonna put it on, because you customize the mapping for that, but I always just put them there and go back, and then it just leaves that up every item time. So you have to enter cursor mode, move over it once, and then it usually goes away. I wonder if it's something they suddenly changed so that it's like, oh, well, no, I'm not gonna go away anymore. Okay, now will there be a... I was supposed to go talk to that guy first? Didn't I say something about the... It's just gonna be one of those kind of days, huh? Because there's 2 quest markers really close together. Convince the Dark Elves above. We were already upstairs there, so, okay. Yeah, it's definitely marking that building.
March into the great houses.
The hero of Davon's Watch.
Yeah,
But
thanks.
I wouldn't have...
It's like once I get in here, it's like I don't see... Unless I'm just supposed to talk to him? Oh, now the quest marker is showing up. I was probably just hiding before. Plus, the first time I came in here, we didn't talk to the other guy, so it's like, no, you better go do that first. So it shouldn't mark. I shouldn't have been marking this house to go into before the other one. It's been a long time since I did this, so I'll probably do have to talk to him, because it's like the quest marker, it's like blending together.
I have no reassurance to offer. Do what you think best in the time remaining.
What troubles you?
I am a disciple of the Tribunal. My people come to me for comfort, yet I have none to give. The 3 are silent. I lift my voice, but they do not answer. The Covenant circles Ebonheart, and I cannot even pray for wisdom.
Why can't you pray to the 3?
The Tribunal punishes the people for my faithless ways. The shrines to Almalexia, Sothasil, and Vivek are surrounded by a foul smell and angry Aelid. Please, do what I cannot. Burn these flowers at the shrines, then pray for Ebonheart.
I'll see what I can do.
Burn the flowers at each shrine. They're a rare variety of gold carnet called Roland's Tears, and are sacred to the 3. I pray they hear you. The shrines are outside the city, north, southeast, and southwest. Vivek's shrine is across the river to the southwest of Ebonheart. Almalexia's is to the southeast. The shrine to Sothasil is on an island north of the Argonian Quarter.
What should I do with the shrines?
Burn the flowers at each shrine. They're a rare variety of gold carnet called Roland's Tears, and are sacred to the 3. I pray they hear you.
Yeah, see, now he's marked for that other quest, so yeah. That is what we gotta do. So the seals will probably be the annoyingest to get to. That's where we just were at.
There's an urgent task for you.
Isn't there always? That's somebody from one of the guilds wanting me to continue their quest line.
Speak.
Rude. Who is Sotha Seal?
Wizard, mystic, master of the Clockwork City, an architect of time and a binder of oblivion, one who masters the tools that mastered others. Does this answer satisfy?
It only leaves more questions.
Good. Seek. Learn. When you are prepared, find the master. He will be interested to hear your conclusions.
Sildras wants to know if the tribunal hears his prayers.
All prayers are heard, not all are acknowledged.
Are you saying Sotha Seal doesn't care?
Every small cog drives a greater gear. Each is necessary, otherwise the whole collapses. When any cog shivers from the stresses on it, the master feels it, but the load he assigns it is no more than he knows it can bear.
Right.
Comrade, a word.
Leave me alone, lady. Damn it, walls everywhere. Yeah, I didn't figure we'd make that one. Oh, this is the spot.
My Lady Almalexia bids you carry a message to disciple Sildras.
Who is Almalexia?
You are the child whose soul was stolen.
Yep.
My lady is concerned for you.
Thanks.
Almalexia is the merciful healing mother of the Dunmer. She is the most beloved of the tribunal.
That can't be all.
I am merely a servant and messenger of my lady, not a teacher or priest. Seek the temples and libraries to learn more. Perhaps in time, you may speak to Almalexia herself.
Well, we got to talk to the Vec. And at least see Sotha Seal's Clockwork City. So, maybe. In future expansions. What message does Almalexia have for Sildras?
The tribunal does not abandon their people. Just as a parent shelters children from dangers they cannot comprehend, the three shelter the Dunmer from threats beyond their ken.
Is there anything more?
Tell him that my lady is mindful of his doubt and fear. There is no shame in either, so long as he helps others bear their burdens. By helping others, his fears will be allayed. But if he spreads his despair, my lady will chastise him.
Ouch. I'm actually very surprised at how quiet the chat is for a low B zone like this. Usually, in most of the zones, until you get up to the high end, until like about the rift or so, but even then you tend to have a good amount of chitter chatter going on. But it's usually crazy chatty in the low zones.
I appear at my lord's behest. Or perhaps I was always here, and you merely lacked the ability to see me.
Such a nice guy. Who is Vivek?
Vivek is a warrior poet, the ruthless and elegant soul of his people. He guides and protects all. Sharp of eye and tongue is he. Long is his reach. Longer is his spear. How can this question be on the lips of anyone in Morrowind?
No rude jokes, please. I know you were all thinking it. You seem surprised I asked.
The sermons of Vivek are beside every bed. Vivek's psalms are sighed from every maiden's lips. His wisdom makes his people as hard, capable, and enduring as the poet himself. All know Vivek, for Vivek would have it so.
Right. Disciple Sildras wonders why the tribunal is silent.
Actions carry conviction better than words. A skilled poet arranges for others to be where they should be, when they should be, to fulfill his needs and desires.
That doesn't sound like a poet.
Yet the question Sildras asked was not the one in his heart.
What was the question in his heart?
A man of poisoned words put doubt in Sildras's heart. He said the poet is less than he once was. Tell the disciple that Vivek's words and wit and way of war are as keen as always. What is Vivek beyond these?
I can feel the blessings upon you. It's a power I've not felt myself for many years.
I am to comfort you. Alexia protects us. She relies on you to aid her children.
I see. I hadn't considered there might be threats more grave than the Covenant invasion. You would think, given all we know of the treachery of Cold Harbor, that I would see that. What of Sotha Seal?
His messenger said he knows you are strong enough to bear your tasks.
I am ashamed. The three have shown more faith in me than I have in them. I dread asking this, but what of Lord Vivek?
He said not to worry about your true concern. That he is not what he once was.
Ha! Yes, I should have known. Vivek is the most subtle of the three. It's true, I've been counseling a Dunmer who questions his faith. He told me the tribunal are losing their powers.
Did this dark elf have any proof?
Only indirectly. We see the three less every year. They no longer make their annual pilgrimage to Red Mountain on Vardenfell. and no one knows why. It all seemed so convincing when he said it.
What is this dark elf's name?
His name is Ravil Urano. He hasn't come to pray for days now. He was in such despair. I think he'd even stopped bathing. The last time I saw him, he smelled terrible, like fresh offal.
Yeah. Interesting. The beasts surrounding the shrines were drawn there by piles of offal.
What? Have I been a fool? I questioned my faith for the flimsiest of reasons and caused others to question theirs. I have much to do to correct my failure. I wish I knew why Ravil Urano's doubting words were so compelling.
You're quick to believe others. Oh yeah, the Nords make me drunk and fight.
Honor for the pact, they... Well, aren't you a fancy lass?
Yep.
What do you want, elf? Come to complain about the daggers? Go hide behind your mother's skirt, not the Nords.
Rude. Were you asked to help fight Covenant soldiers?
Aye. The milk drinkers landed to the west at that big yellow tree thing. Now the Dres have got their skirts in a twist. Oh, please save us, big strong Nords. Fancy lads, the lot of them. They think Nords only exist to save elven asses.
Maybe a little. Pretty sure they didn't say it like that, though. What if the soldiers attack Ebonheart?
Bring them on. We don't skeever out of a fight. When we're attacked, we fight. I wager you think we should fight for the rest of the pact. All right.
Yeah.
Prove they've got some backbone. Let's see you beat 3 of my men, and do it the Nord way.
I will. What's the Nord way?
We fight drunk. We've got a keg of
course.
fine, strong mead from Riften right here. Pour yourself a mug and get to it. Unless you're too fancy, of course.
You're a weird one.
I hear dark elves are milk drinkers. Too bad. I bet a good mead would loosen your back ends enough for you to pull the sticks out of them.
Fight me, or are you too drunk to dodge a punch?
You could only beat me if I was blind, stinking sober, and I'm not.
Right.
Come at me!
I'll chop your head clean off!
Stop! I need more mead.
I hear dark elves are milk drinkers. Too bad. I bet a good mead would loosen your back ends enough for you to pull the sticks out of them.
They really all say the same thing. Character Brawl, you look as stringy as a wet Khajiit, and you smell twice as bad.
Haha! You're clever, you are. Let's see how well you take a blow. Don't be timid. tougher than you look.
Need more mead. We're not drunk anymore. I love how this other guy's waiting for me to fight him. Is he having a problem with the first one? I know when I did this the first time, I had lots of problems doing it. I kind of teamed up with people too.
I hear dark elves are milk drinkers. Too
Yeah.
bad. Are you asking for a chat? This should be fun. Ow! I quit.
You want us to help drive off the daggers? You better
Wait, that
prove
was
the
3.
rest of the pack can fight.
That was 3, what the fuck? Weapon. Oh, it didn't count when I fought them. Is it because I didn't re-drink? Because I was drunk when I fucking did it. That's some bullshit right there. I kicked her ass.
I hear dark elves. Haha! Try to put up a decent fight. All right, you got me.
I love how random people will join in on a fight like that. It looked like she wasn't even doing this quest and she just jumped in like, oh, you're fighting?
Well,
Let me get on,
half
in on
bad,
that.
I'll give you that.
Will you fight to defend the rest of the town?
I said I would, and I don't go back on my word. I hope the rest of the pact fights like you, not that milk-drinking Urano.
Not like who?
Ravel Urano, that dark elf here before you. He kept asking to buy our lumber so we'd leave town. I told him no, we had a contract to keep. But he offered to double it. No one pays that much for wood. Even good rift spruce. What a skeever.
Yeah, that guy's causing all kinds of trouble for everybody. My cat is trying to get into trouble. She jumped on my bed, and then I swear I heard something hit the floor. Well, it looks like the stuff that was there is still there. She must have been pouncing on a milk ring. Why did he want you to leave?
Don't know and didn't ask. His story smelled like last week's fish. Whole time we were talking, he kept looking around for a crack to ooze through, sweating like. The boys ran him off with a few light cuffs to the head. He hasn't come back since.
That does sound suspicious. Oh, thank God.
Right. Things like that. They're exactly why we keep to ourselves in the Elven lands. That and the bad food. Anyway, you're all right. Tell that fancy Othrol we'll fight. Come back and drink with us again sometime.
Right. My damn cat made me have to move stuff, and God, that hurt. Okay, then we just have the Argonians left, which is kind of back in the area we were at before. Like I thought about grabbing and doing that while we were back there, but I thought might as well stick to one
Requests your help.
at a time. I'm gonna have to talk to that lady too, because it's like, she's gonna just keep on doing that. She'll follow me wherever I go. Or at least follow me from town to town.
Another stranger swims into our... So, Dark Elf, have you come to gloat about our hist? Are you its murderer? Speak.
What's wrong with your history?
It's dying. It was never healthy. This isn't Black Marsh after all. So in the last few weeks, it's withered. We've learned that House Drez is poisoning it. It's not enough to have enslaved us for generations. Now they want to carve our hearts out.
Yeah. Everybody always jumps to the wrong conclusion with all their racist ways in this game. It's like the Dark Elves will be quick to blame everybody else. And like we're learning more when they'll be quick to blame Ashlanders too. And it's like that's your own people, technically. What can be done to save your hist?
The best we can do is fertilize it. We're using mud crab meat wrapped in ash reed. Both are common around the quarter. We've also set guards around the tree to keep the Dunmer away.
I'll collect some fertilizer for you.
If you wish to aid us, gather the items I requested. Ash reeds grow in the tide pools in our quarter, and mud crabs thrive on the shores nearby. Gather some of each and present them at the roots of our hist.
Who told you the Dark Elves are poisoning the hist?
Some of our people heard a Dark Elf talking to others of his kind. He asked if they'd seen the Drez rowing out to our hist tree. He saw jars of poison in the boat. That's not hard to believe.
Why would the Dark Elves do this?
The Drez have always regarded Argonians as little more than savage children. We needed to be civilized, so they uplifted us by putting us to work as slaves on plantations and in mines. No more. Now we speak beside them in the council.
Oh, that's funny. I was like, why is somebody talking about gender equality? Princess Meow Meows at some guild. They prefer females. Who was the Dark Elf who claimed the dress poisoned the hist?
Ravel Urano. My people overheard him at the inn. He was drunk and talking too loud. No one spoke to him directly. It's never been wise for an Argonian to confront a Dark Elf. Especially lately. We're far from Black Marsh.
It sounds like none of the Argonians actually saw the Drez, the boat, or the poison.
No, but it's not difficult to believe, is it? The Drez think we're little more than animals. But the Pact freed us. What they can't enslave, they destroy.
Okay, that's a little more, like, low-level chat. Do you happen to have anything good in any of these buckets and barrels that's not just, food? Probably not. And if there wasn't anything that good, somebody else probably already took it. For such tiny little mud crabs, they do put up a decent-ish fight. Must be their hard shells. It does kind of amuse me greatly to use that ability and send people flying. Oh, people and things.
What do you have there?
She can't figure out how to get to me. Your voice really carries, lady. Will you hold still?
We are allowing no one to approach the Hist, especially strangers claiming they wish to help us. We just caught a dark elf trying to poison the tree.
Yeah, things people talk about in chat. I only have the ingredients you asked for.
Your words smell fair, but tasting is proof. Let me see what you have there.
Just crab meat and ash reeds.
Yes, I erect the spine of apology. While you were away, we caught a dark elf defiling our Hist. Please, apply the fertilizer you've gathered to the base of our Hist. As long as I'm with you, the guards will let you through.
Tell me more about the dark elf you caught.
One of our guards is escorting him to my lodge. He seems half mad. He was doing something to the tree, and apparently he is of House Drez.
Let's go to the tree now. I gotta lead the way? It's your damn tree.
What is it?
Bitch.
You're not welcome here, Dark
Let
Elf.
this one through.
Fuck you, lady. Yeah, you tell him.
He's done. Meet me back at my lodge.
Ooh, trippy green bubbles.
What do you want?
Y'all are rude.
It seems we have proof that the Drez are trying to murder our tree.
This is the dark elf you mentioned?
While you were gathering mud crab meat and reeds, the guards caught him trying to harm our Hist. We can't get anything out of him but his name and house. Seems the rumors were true. House Drez is trying to murder our Hist.
What was he doing to the Hist?
He was scratching at the bark, licking our tree. When the guards shouted at him, he dropped an empty bottle. Now he's very ill. The truth is as plain as the face of Masser.
Let me speak to him.
You may do as you wish, but his mind is boiling. His words skitter like a mud crab in a pan. You will gather no moisture from this one.
Don't take my shoes. My toes might grow into the earth.
would have even smoking. And I certainly don't want your shoes. What were you doing to the Hist?
What did I do? What did it do to me? I see. I feel. I'm awake. I touched it. It smelled like flowers and black earth. It tasted like rain and summer wind and the deepest green.
You tasted the tree.
He said the tree's sap would be better than skooma. He was right. He said the Argonians might be angry. Do you think they're angry? To me, they always look angry. It's the teeth.
Right. Haven't you learned you should stay the hell away from skooma, or anything that's supposedly even better than skooma? You had a bottle. What was in it?
He gave me the bottle, said it was for the tree. I thought it was skooma. I tasted it. It was bad. I fed it to a lizard. He didn't like it either. He died. The bottle broke. How can I fill it with sap?
Someone encouraged you to do this. Who?
I never saw him before. I asked him for coin to get more skooma. He was a Dunmer. Someone called him Bravil? Weevil? Wabberjack? Ravil, that's it.
Where did you even come up with Wabberjack? That's the crazy mad god's little staff wandy thingamajig that can turn people into chickens.
Ravel? I can't believe it. Ravel!
You recognize the name.
Ravel Urano claimed he saw House Dres poison our history. Then he gave a bottle to this tree-licking waste of flesh. I smell worm scat. Someone has been playing us for fools, and I no longer believe it's House Dres.
Well, thank you for coming to your senses on that. You done being a bad too? Okay, just checking to make sure that it went back to the right quest, since there is more than one Stonefalls quest. I'd hate to go running after the wrong quest marker, that's always a pain.
There's an urgent task for you.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That was you.
Comrade, I have an urgent message for you.
What is it?
Guildmaster Sees All Colors would like to see you as soon as possible. She said the journal has revealed something about the Vivicis, whatever that is. She awaits you at the guild hall.
Where can I find her?
You can find her in the hall in Mournhold, comrade. May the Eight protect you.
Did she say what's happening?
No idea. Word around the hall is that she's been working day and night on some mysterious project. I've even seen some Mages Guild scribes wandering around the place. Strange.
Right, and now we don't have the right quest. But she was driving me nuts. Every time I run through this area, she's like, Comrade! Creepy hat, bro.
You going to test my patience too?
Wow, rude.
Have our town's fortunes improved?
All of Ebonheart is ready to defend the city.
That's a great relief. Well done. The Covenant troops haven't left their encampment to the west, but it's only a matter of time before our inactivity encourages them.
A dark elf named Ravil Urano was somehow involved each time.
I don't know this, Mer. Why would he cause so much trouble? Perhaps he's an agent of Sheer Gorath. That's an unpleasant thought. The Daedra of Chaos is worse than any mere Covenant army. Can you aid me further?
Perhaps. What would you like me to do?
Ravil must have a house in town. I'd like you to find it and watch him. I'd like to see myself, but I'm sure he'll recognize me. So I'll need to cast a spell on you.
What kind of spell?
Commoners would call it a scrying spell, but I'm beyond such crude hedge magic. It will enable me to see and hear what you do. Furthermore, I'll be able to speak to you.
Right, so no nipping off to the toilet while you have that spell cast on me. Very well, cast your spell.
Search for Ravil's home. I expect it's on the west side of town. You should be able to hear me now.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Didn't originally it leave that yellow glow on you for the whole duration of this, or at least for a while. It was probably supposed to be for the duration of it, but I think that
there he is.
Always works.
Let's follow him. There he is. Let's follow him.
Hey, Ravel! No waffle today. The temple's forbidden all sales.
Quiet, fool. I paid you for your discretion, remember?
Apparently not.
Look here. It's that fancy sword was in our camp. Hey, fancy man. Fallen on any swords lately? Saying we shouldn't help the Dunmer? Like a Nord would ever turn down a fight.
Get away from me, brigand.
Oops. How did he even know I was there? I was still quite a ways behind him, and he had his back to me.
There he is. Let's follow him.
Really? We gotta do it all over again? I still don't see how he knew I was even there. He had his back to me. I was still a good distance behind him. That was pretty dumb. I've never actually had that happen before.
Hey, Ravel! No waffle today. The temple's forbidden all sales.
Quiet, fool. I paid you for your discretion, remember?
Guys, don't freak me out by you detecting me. Somebody was being naughty. That was a guard running back to his spot.
Look here. It's that fancy sword was in our camp. Hey, fancy man. Fallen on any swords lately?
Get away from me, brigand.
Again, I'm on the other side of a fucking wall. What the fuck? They really have the detection for that way seriously fucked up.
There he is. Let's follow him.
That's not gonna work too well. Seriously, the detection on this is way messed up. It's like I was behind a goddamn wall. And yeah, I'll clear this out. It said hidden.
Hey, Ravel! No waffle today. The temple's forbidden all sales.
Quiet, fool. I paid you for your discretion, remember?
So it's like, yeah, since I did this originally a long time ago, did they like seriously bugger up the quest or what? Because the detection is really, really bogus.
Look here. It's that fancy sword was in our camp. Hey, fancy man. Fallen on any swords lately? Saying we shouldn't help the Dunmer? Huh. Like a Nord would ever turn down a fight.
The drunk one took your advice, Silvertongue. He now regrets it. For shame.
It was just idle talk, friend. I assure you, I had nothing to do with it.
He went into that shack. Wait for him to leave.
Drinks with crabs.
He's out. That was fast.
What's up,
Try
asshole?
to get inside that shack. A communication spell. Let's see who Ravil called.
Ofer. What now, Ravil? So you're the meddler who undid all of Ravel's work.
Sort of.
Such a waste of my time.
Okay. It didn't want to die quite so fast. Like if we're still
woman
there.
wore a Covenant uniform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ravil must be working for the enemy.
Yep.
Go to his house and see what you can find. I'll send my guards.
Okie dokie. Really?
What are you doing here?
Nothing.
You won't take me. Cornell gave me potions.
definitely make it a lot easier to see when it's a darker color like that. It might even, if you guys saw my video from the PTS, I changed that the enemy color to purple. If that might even make it even easier when lots of spell effects are going off.
The guards heard fighting. I assume you found more inside than just evidence?
Rival attacked me. I had to kill him.
Having him alive might have been useful, but having him dead is just as good. The ritual items in the shack on the docks and his belongings might tell us something more.
Alright, you guys got a really long episode this time. I didn't really want to break up this quest. It was a longer one. So that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.